In the past 2 decades, the intersection of culture and memory has emerged as a central focus of interdisciplinary research worldwide. This exploration encompasses various fields such as history, sociology, art, literature, media studies, philosophy, theology, psychology, and neuroscience, bridging the humanities, social sciences, and natural sciences in a unique manner. The significance of cultural memory is evident not only through the substantial increase in publications since the late 1980s, delving into specific national, social, religious, or familial memories, but also through recent endeavors to offer comprehensive overviews of this field and amalgamate diverse research traditions. The term cultural or collective memory is inherently multifaceted and often used ambiguously. It encompasses a wide array of media, practices, and structures, including myth, monuments, historiography, ritual, conversational remembering, configurations of cultural knowledge, and neuronal networks. Since its inception, Maurice Halbwach's studies on collective memory, particularly in the 1920s and 1940s, cultural memory has been a contentious issue. Even today, scholars continue to challenge the notion of collective or cultural memory, arguing that existing concepts like myth, tradition, and individual memory suffice, rendering additional terms unnecessary and potentially misleading. However, these criticisms overlook the umbrella like quality of these newer uses of memory, which facilitate understanding the diverse relationships between phenomena such as myths and personal recollections. This broad perspective enables stimulating interdisciplinary dialogues across fields like psychology, history, sociology, and literary studies. The most crucial and frequently utilized concept in cultural memory studies is the term memoir collective or collective memory, introduced by Maurice Halbwachs in the 1920s. Cultural memory emphasizes the link between memory and socio-cultural contexts without necessarily aligning with the specific framework of cultural studies as defined by the Birmingham School, though this discipline has undoubtedly contributed to cultural memory studies. Our understanding of culture is rooted more in the German tradition of the Kulturwissenschaft and anthropology, defining culture as a community's distinct way of life imbued with layers of meaning. Drawing from anthropological and semiotic theories, culture can be conceptualized as a three-dimensional framework encompassing social aspects, which include people, social relations, institutions, material elements, which includes artifacts and media, and mental dimensions, that is, culturally defined thought patterns and mentalities. Understood in this manner, cultural memory serves as an umbrella term encompassing social memory, that is, the foundation of memory research in the social sciences, material or medial memory, studied in literary and media studies, and mental or cognitive memory, which is explored in psychology and neuroscience. However, it is important to recognize that these dimensions are not mutually exclusive. Rather, they intersect and interact in the formation of cultural memories. Cultural memory studies thus involving disciplinary boundaries. Some scholars examine the interplay between material and social phenomena, such as memorials and memory politics, while others investigate intersections between material and mental realms, as seen in the history of mentalities. Still others explore the relationship between cognitive and social phenomena, such as conversational remembering. It is crucial to recognize that the concepts of cultural or collective memory stem from a metaphorical framework. The term remembering, a cognitive process occurring in individual brains, is metaphorically extended to the cultural level. This metaphorical extension allows scholars to speak of a nation's memory, a religious community's memory, or even literature's memory, interpreted as its intertextuality. Jeffrey Olick highlights the distinction between two aspects of cultural memory studies. One, viewing culture as subjective meanings contained in people's minds, and the other, seeing culture as patterns of publicly available symbols objectified in society. The first level of cultural memory pertains to biological memory, emphasizing that no memory exists purely on an individual level, but is always shaped by collective context. Memories are influenced by factors such as interactions with others, media consumption, and environmental stimuli. This level is understood literally in fields such as oral history, social psychology, and neuroscience. The second level of culture refers to the symbolic order, encompassing the media institutions and practices through which social groups construct a shared past. Here, memory is used metaphorically, as societies do not remember in a literal sense but engage in processes similar to individual memory. While, while these two forms of cultural memory can be analytically distinguished, in practice they continuously interact. Individual memories are shaped by socio-cultural contexts, while collective memories represented by media and institutions are actualized by individuals within a community of remembrance. Interaction underscores the dynamic nature of cultural memory. Cultural memory studies are concerned with social, medial, and cognitive processes and their ongoing interplay. Maurice Halbwachs contributed to the problematic dichotomy between history and memory, characterizing history as abstract, totalizing, and dead, while presenting memory as particular, meaningful, and lived. This binary opposition, rooted in 19th century historicism, was further popularized by Pierre Nora, who positioned his lieu de mémoire between history and memory. Discussions on history versus memory often involve emotionally charged binary oppositions such as good versus bad, organic versus artificial, living versus dead, from below versus from above. However, the collective singular of history remains ambiguous. Is it selective and meaningful memory versus the untangible totality of historical events, or perhaps methodologically unregulated and identity related memory versus scientific, seemingly neutral historiography? These oppositions only serve to hinder progress in memory studies, constituting one of its Achilles' heels. Moving beyond the futile opposition of history versus memory and adopting a framework of different modes of remembering within culture is important. This approach acknowledges that the past is not static but continuously reconstructed and represented. Therefore, memories of past events, both individual and collective, can vary significantly not only in terms of what is remembered, like facts and data, but also is how it is remembered, including the quality and meaning attributed to the past. For instance, a war can be remembered as a mythic event, the war as apocalypse, as part of political history, as in the First World War, as the greatest seminal catastrophe of the 20th century. As a traumatic experience, the horrors of trenches, the shells, the barrage of gunfire, as a facet of family history, the war my great uncle served in, or as a subject of bitter contestation, the war waged by the older generation, by the fascists, by men. Myth, religious memory, political history, trauma, family remembrance, and generational memory represent different modes of engaging with the past. In this framework, history is just one among several modes of cultural memory, with historiography serving as its specific medium. This does not diminish the importance of history or the contributions of historians. Since the early 19th century, the historical method has been the most regulated and reliable means of reconstructing the past, though its criticisms and may be supplemented by other modes of remembering, as noted by Foucault and others.